Welcome back to another episode of Reviewing Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sega CD games on Polymega. Sega CD US. There's a lot of really good Sega CD games, so let's start with the first game, Eternal Champions, Challenge from the Dark Side. All kinds of champions in Eternal Champions. 13 playable characters in this one-on-one fighting game where you can fight against the computer or another player. Games like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were very popular at the time. Here we have another one-on-one fighting game, Eternal Champions, which was exclusive to Sega consoles. The first game was on the Genesis, and here we have the sequel with a couple more extra characters on the Sega CD. All you want to do is fight your way forward and defeat the other player as you move on to the next level of the game. And of course, different characters will have different special moves. Very cool game. Moving on to the next game, Mad Dog McCree on the Sega CD.
It's in the air. It's an ill wind that blows no good. Mad Dog McCree and his band of cutthroats riding into town. What we need's a gunslinger. You handle yourself, Pilgrim. You sway a little lead in harm's way.
Hi, you're new around these parts. You heading into my daddy's town? He's the mayor. Well, if you are, you better take up some target practice first. There's a mean bunch that showed up, and I'm scared. Well, you best set your sights. I'll see you back in town.
This was a very popular light gun game in the arcade that made its way home on the Sega CD, and they did a great job of converting this using that Justifier light gun or a control pad. You would play in a first-person perspective shooting game where you'd have to shoot the other player on the screen.
You looking for trouble, stranger? You better work on your sharpshooting.
And you have a very short window, limited amount of time to shoot to hit your target.
You better get lucky.
Be careful, that's Mad Dog's boys over there. Looking at my keys, stranger? You wouldn't be trying to get the sheriff out of jail now, would you? Jocko! Well, show him what we did to Polymega.
This is a very hard game. Cool that it has FMV.
You better get lucky.
Moving on to the next game, Microcosm on the Sega CD. I'll have to admit I had no idea what this game was going to be about based on the cover of this game, but it's a three-dimensional forward-moving shooter as you're flying through the tubes. This looks like you're inside something, almost like inside a body. This is pretty crazy. The backgrounds in this game, as you're flying forward and you want to shoot forward and pick up the power-ups. Really cool game. Interesting shooter on the Sega CD. Moving on to the next game, Wirehead.
Package for Ned Hubbard.
That's me.
Lisa. I told you kids not to play with your father's controller. Sorry, darling. I'll be back in a minute.
Ned, I don't know how to say this. They've tortured me. They've killed my nurse. And now they're after you. I escaped. But I don't know how long before they find me or you. I've got to go. I'll be getting in touch with you very soon. In the meantime, I've got someone watching over you with my controller. Good luck.
Mr. Ned Hubbard?
Yes?
My name is Frank Ross. This is my partner, Will Kramer. We're with the FBI. I'd like it if you'd come with us and answer a few questions, please. Why? About what? It's no big deal, just a few routine questions about Dr. Oha and his staff. But I don't know where he is. How did you know he disappeared? I have to go.
This was an interesting and unique FMV game released on Sega CD where you're remote controlling this guy. And you instruct the guy on where to move. And all of a sudden you can see they're after you. So you have to escape the house. And depending on which direction you choose, your guy is going to go that way. And if he gets caught, then it's lose a life and you have to try again. Really cool game. It's exciting to see how far you can get in a game like this. Speaking of a game like this, where you choose the direction and stuff like that, the next game we're looking at is Time Gal on Sega CD.
Game Creative Staff, Wolf Team.
Time Gal was a really cool anime game released on Sega CD. In this game, there would be 4 balls on screen and these balls would light up. You'd want to press the control pad in that direction, otherwise you'll die. There's a very short amount of time to do this.
You can't catch me! You can't catch me! Let me go!
It's a very hard game. They also made a really good version of this on Sega Saturn. Moving on to the next game, Wild Woody for the Sega CD.
Sumatra! I've been trying to get a hold of you all day long! Krakatoa's about to blow again! We need you here pronto, mate! The chopper should be there any minute! Hurry!
Oh, beautiful. There's no rest for the weary.
Yeah, Dusty, this is Sandra over at Anthro. I just translated the tablets describing that totem you picked up. Now get this. If the spirits of the totem are freed, each one creates a parallel universe that could devour the world. Your standard chaos, doom, end of the world story. Lucky for us, though, its power can only be released on the third Wednesday in July under a full moon during a snowfall. This stuff kills me. Anyway, that's all for now. Oh, and don't forget the charity ball next week. Bye.
Whoa! Oh, my aching back. Looks like those jerks are loose again. Now I gotta find me some muscle to bring 'em back. Not much to work with here. Say, now that one's got potential. Wake up, pal! You and me got work.
You're Wild, and you got a Woody. And Wild and Woody on Sega CD, where you play as a pencil who's kind of freaking out.
Wild Woody! Yahoo!
And making your way onto the pirate ship as you're climbing ropes and rubbing guys out with your eraser bottom. As you try to find items you pick up in treasure chests and all kinds of things in this game, in this action side-scrolling platformer. Another interesting game on Sega CD. Moving on to the next game, the Terminator. Terminator is a futuristic cybernetic killing machine in this classic movie that was made. And there is some fantastic FMV in this game. I'll be back. And that last game we looked at was the Terminator on Sega CD. A lot of great games on Sega CD, and we'll probably come back to this again in the future. Just want to say thank you everyone for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.
Mission. Round 1. Get ready.